have found you guilty of theft. I'm imposing 364 days, suspending 363 of them, and giving you credit for the 1 day you served. I am imposing a $60 probation fee, $43 conviction fee, and for the next 2 years, you're not to commit a criminal law violation. You are not to have any contact with Ulta. Your life will be a heck of a lot better if you're not winding up in front of judges. So I am positive you don't like that.
No, and I know the next steps are going to be very, very painful and in prison time.
I will be calling Amber Bunger, case 2A0356-037. Good morning, you are Ms. Bunger?
Yes, sir.
I have a mailing address for you. Is that still a good mailing address?
That is correct, sir.
Would you like to get, or are you receiving text message reminders for court?
Yes.
Since I amended my question, you are getting, or you would like to get?
Yes, I am getting a text.
Okay. All right. I have a document in front of me titled Statement of Defendant on Plea of Guilty. Did you have an opportunity to go over this with your attorney?
Yes.
And were all your questions answered?
Yes, sir.
This tells me that the charge is theft under the Lacey Municipal Code. You have some rights, such as the right to a speedy trial, the right to hear and question witnesses, the right to testify or remain silent, the right to be presumed innocent, and the right to appeal a finding of guilt after a trial. You understand, if I accept this document, that you are giving up those rights?
Yes.
There's a recommendation here from the city, 364 days with 363 suspended, credit for 2 days. No criminal law violations, no contact with Ulta, $200 restitution, and supervision for a period of 2 years. Does that sound like your understanding of what the city is going to recommend?
Yes, sir.
You understand I don't have to follow that recommendation? I could sentence you to anything up to maximum?
Yeah. Yes.
And Your Honor, I should add, the city had been asking for a consumer awareness class, and I may have failed to put that in the form, but we did discuss it.
Yeah, that's correct. That'd be the recommendation, but
okay,
no issue with that. That maybe wants to be argued, but that'd be the city's request.
All right. Okay, the box is not checked, but Ms. Langley, has the citizenship discussion been held? Okay. With all of that in mind, how do you plead to the crime of theft?
Guilty.
Has anyone made any threats or any promises except what's in this document to get you to make that plea?
No.
Okay, and this is an offered plea. So I will need either to swear you in or to, how do you want to proceed here?
I'll just be sworn in. I can provide a factual basis.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's have that factual basis, please.
So had the case proceeded to trial, the evidence that would have been presented involves allegations from Officer Stansberry in his investigation that on June 17th, 2022, he was dispatched to a complaint of counterfeit money at Ulta Beauty on Marvin Road. It's in Lacey, Washington. The reporting party, Callie Cifuentes, an employee of Ulta Beauty, Noted there was a known suspect to the company known as Amber Bunger. She used 2 counterfeit $100 bills to complete a purchase of $208. She noted that she used a $20 bill to complete the purchase, a real $20, and then 2 $100 bills. They were identified as counterfeit. They noted there's other transactions across other stores that had that issue. They were able to provide name and date of birth for Miss Bunger. The officer was able to run the name through a law enforcement database, located Amber with the same date of birth, similar history, and it was able to confirm the identity with the Department of Licensing photograph as the individual in the store that day. So based on that, that's the court find that that'd be the basis of probable cause for that crime.
I do find that there is a sufficient factual basis to support the charge. Having done so, I do accept your plea. I'll find that it was made knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily, and that there is, in fact, a factual basis. Okay, having done that, I'll hear from the city, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. The city's asking the court to follow that recommendation. Really, there's not a lot of history as well as convictions, but I know that looks like Ms. Bunger has a few cases she's working through now. So it's good to be able to get this one wrapped up. Hopefully, I know there's a pending felony and other charges elsewhere. So I think addressing the warrant. She did do a day in jail once when she, I think, was arrested on that warrant. Warrant out of this case initially. So should have 1 day credit. Asked if the balance be suspended for 2 years with those conditions. Not to have any contact with Ulta Beauty, no criminal law violations. The $200 restitution to Ulta Beauty. And, you know, the consumer awareness class gets imposed on occasion. I think just the city recommended it given, you know, the reporting officer, the reporting party in this case noted that there had been a number of maybe other transactions, and to the extent it might be beneficial, I think it's appropriate. So that's going to follow that.
Thank you, Your Honor. I think if the court has looked at her history, they can see she has a lot on her plate. But it's all in the past. She's turned things around. It's been a while. I think at least a year since she's had any new charges. So this is her first step in moving forward. But I would hope that other than the restitution, the court would not impose any fines or even the consumer awareness class. She can make the restitution, but I think she understands what she's done and perhaps has stopped on her own accord. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Bunger, you have the right to address the court before I announce any sentence. You don't have to say anything, but if you would like the court to consider anything, this is your opportunity to let me know what that is.
I've made some mistakes in the past, and I'm now, you know, trying to get through them and trying to build my life positively. And I just have to get through this speed bump and make a better life after this whole thing is done. That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, be just a moment while I fill out the paperwork here. Okay, I have found you guilty of theft. I'm imposing 364 days, suspending 363 of them, and giving you credit for the 1 day you served. So I will be allowing you to walk out of here today. I won't be taking you into custody. I am imposing a $60 probation fee, $43 conviction fee, and for the next 2 years, you're not to commit a criminal law violation. You are not to have any contact with Ulta. You will be on monitored probation. Aside from no criminal law violations and no contact with Ulta, you will need to provide the $200 in restitution. I have not imposed the consumer awareness class. From the looks of what else is going on, I think you are going to either get that or something else in one of these other matters. It would just be one more thing for you to keep in mind for this court. And so I am stripping this down a little bit to just some of the bare minimums. So just to reiterate, no contact with Ulta, no criminal law violations, $60 probation fee, $43 conviction fee, $200 restitution. Do you have any questions about that?
No, sir. Thank you.
I have signed that order. I do hope you are turning things around and making the changes necessary. Your life will be a heck of a lot better if you're not winding up in front of judges. So I am positive you don't like that.
No, and I know the next steps are going to be very, very painful and in prison time. And I'm not, my dad is very sick, and I can't be making these mistakes again. You know, I just want to look past all that and know what not to do, you know, and it sucks that I had to go through all that to know, you know.
Well, hopefully you did learn.
I definitely did.
All right.
Thank you.
You can swing by the folks window on your way out and talk to them about your payment arrangements, okay?
Okay, so just go
right out the door and right